People of Reddit. What is something that started as a joke, but people believed it? In high school, a kid moved to our town who could best be described as if Napoleon Dynamite was an aspiring gang member from the mean streets of Phoenix. Eanes told him we were all in a gang called Dues and started an initiation process that lasted most of the school year that mostly consisted of flashing him gang signs in the hallways between classes. But by the end of the school year, the local news did a special report from our school about the growing problem of an underground gang called Dues. When I was in elementary school, another student jokingly had spread some rumors about me that I only had one testicle. It picked up to the point everybody kept joking about it throughout my childhood, and the joke never really got old. It continued even later on in high school. Fast forward to my adult life 20 years later, when I met a girl I knew from that school at a random bar. We hooked up and she actually was surprised and almost deceived that I had a full sack. Thank you, Dom. This false rumor at least helped me get laid that one time. Ian arguing in favor of it would need to lean on technique to make their case, and enough gullible folks saw it and decided it must be real that a whole new movement of true believers came into being. They have fellow believers around the globe. Birds aren't real started as a joke. The "you swallow 8 spiders in your sleep" thing was created to show how gullible people are. It worked. Eating Tide Pods, I highly doubt the original people that said they ate them actually did. But then look what happened when people believed them. That Paul from the Wonder Years became Marilyn, removed his bottom 2 ribs to suck his own DCK. That my name is Craig at work. When I started 15 years ago, someone said Craig instead of Shane. Never corrected them. 15 years later, I am still Craig O'Mao. To the point I introduce myself as Craig half the time to people. The Area 51 raid? That clowns were terrorizing America, specifically college campuses in 2017, LOL. The concept of spaghetti trees broadcasted by BBC in 1957 as an April Fool's Day joke led some viewers to believe that spaghetti grew on trees. Pizzagate and Canaan both started as trolling expeditions for fun. The original War of the Worlds radio broadcast. The whole birds aren't real thing. The guy who started made a book about it. Microwaving your iPhone to charge it. People are so dumb, LOL. It went viral and a lot of people were confused and broke their brand new iPhones. Scientology. That ugly broccoli haircut all the young boys have. The Proud Boys. Dog a coin. The OK hand symbol was racist. Bronies. Tesla Cybertruck. Donald Trump. Pop rock candy explode in your stomach. This is a personal one, but I was in a long-term inpatient facility. And someone put up a bunch of flyers for the facility prom. They put them up on April Fools, and everyone got excited and started ordering outfits. And residents all figured out who would do whose hair and makeup. And by the time the facility management figured out what was happening, everyone was so invested in it that they just had to roll with it and make it happen. The War of the Worlds broadcast. 2016 Donald Trump was a protest primary vote that spiraled out of control. Teslas can drive themselves. Mary Joseph, I'm pregnant. Joseph, how's that possible? We have never had sex. Mary, it's a miracle. Canaan. The Marilyn Manson and the Wonder Years connection. Scientology. The spaghetti tree hoax, which started as a BBC April Fool's joke in 1957 but led some people to actually believe spaghetti grew on trees. At the time, spaghetti was still relatively rare in the UK. Tide Pods. People's interest in Morbius. The sentence "life is a gift." Birds aren't real. Bon Jovi getting his stomach pumped after ingesting too much sperm, and Richard Gere inserting a hamster into his rectum. Any movement that was popular on Tumblr and 4chan. Biden is running the country. Flat Earth theory. That this is a white power symbol when some people were just playing the ball gazer game on TV, and 4chan trolled the media into believing it means white power. I went to a very conservative Christian college where the only political group on campus was the college Republicans. Some friends and I jokingly said we were starting a college socialists group. I joked about it once at baseball practice, and the coach, who was also the dean of students, said, "Oh, that's you." A student told me that there was a socialist cult on campus. The Beastie Boys, they started as a satirical joke hip-hop group. Nobody got the joke and instead they became some of the forefathers of hip-hop. Any religion. Trump running for president. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps was meant to be making fun of people who said shit like that, because it's an impossible thing to do. And the same people it was making fun of are the ones who still say the same shit unironically. The TikTok challenge of seeing how many of the 10 commandments you can video yourself breaking. Marilyn Manson removed his ribs so he can give himself a blowjob that was pretty believable to a ton of people now. MSG is bad for you. Crop circles initially started as a prank by a couple of guys by mowing patterns on farmland, but then people decided aliens, and it's stuck ever since. Religion. Crop circles, just a harmless prank that a person could pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. Jenkum. The original broadcast of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. Scientology. Birds aren't real. The OK hand signal being a secret white supremacy dog whistle. Trump running for president in joke ever. Flat Earth seems like the very obvious example, but along those same lines, I recently found out about holographic moon, which is basically the thought that the moon is fake and is in reality a hologram. It kind of feels like someone made it up for a laugh and now you have a handful of people going, wait, they might be onto something. Birds aren't real movement. Birds aren't real. Canaan. Donald Trump running for president. Trump presidency. Immaculate conception. On second thought, that was probably not so much as joke as a desperate attempt to get away with infidelity. Is racist. Trump's campaign. Biden's presidency. President 45. Trump LOL. Ruble price. Apparently the KKK, or well, it started as a joke secret society with pretty crappy morals, but then it grew to be an actual big secret society with crappy morals. The Society for Indecency to Naked Animals. Paracetamol Panadol causes seagulls to explode if they are fed it. In not sure LOL. All I know is I have adapted and have become Craig. The average person eats 7 spiders a year in their sleep. Flat Earth. Crop circles. The phrase how the turntables. I've unfortunately met a few people who think that is the real saying, instead of how the tables turn. Bugs Bunny completely changing the meaning of Nimrod as a biblical figure known for being a mighty hunter, which Bugs compared the incompetent Elmer Fudd to sarcastically in the same vein as calling someone who states the obvious as no shit, Sherlock. People took it literally and now Nimrod is a synonym for idiot. That fake Einstein quote about the meaning of insanity that spread all over Facebook. I will never let down the fact that that stupid-ass quote ended up on so much media so fast, even though it's total nonsense. That shit was in the opening of Far Cry 3. Goddamn people are fucking stupid. The lost city of Atlantis, originally something Plato came up with as an allegory. The Josh fight. No, not as wild to me that some amount of people actually started doing it. Scientology. I think it's done now, but when I was in college, a while ago, beer pong was a joke of a game just to get you drunk. A few years later, and I learned that people started taking it way too seriously. I even remember people saying it should be an Olympic sport. That Kanye West is actually a gay fish, only Kanye fell for it, R.I.P. in peace, Carlos Mencha. Original Blues Clues host Steve Burns died from OD. Okay, symbol being racist. Thanks for watching.